Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Julie and we are keeping it super casual and conversational today. As you can see from the title, this video is all about the trendy home decor items I would never buy again. This video is not meant to judge you. Clearly it's judging me and the home decor items that I've purchased for myself and my clients over the years. Design is not forever. It doesn't need to stay in your house if you don't like it, if you don't love it. You can try trends out just so that you get a feel of whether or not you like something. It could be as small as like a little home decor accessory or as large as a piece of furniture. But what we're talking about today is home decor items that may not have cost a lot of money, but they're definitely purchases that I won't be making again in the future, and I'll give you all the reasons why. Let's jump right into the very first on my list of home decor items that I would never buy again. It is cheap brass. We're talking about coffee tables with cheap brass legs, maybe a side table or an accent chair with cheap brass legs. I mean, number one, how can you tell if it's cheap brass? If you can't tell whether or not something is considered cheap brass, well, number one, look at the price tag. Was it something that was like super affordable? Maybe it was less than $100. If you can pick the item up in one hand, most likely it's coated aluminum. So it's coated with a lacquer finish or some sort of powder coated finish to make it look like it's gold and brass, but it is not real brass the whole way through. There's a huge difference between cheap brass, which clearly looks cheap, it looks synthetic, it's not real brass, but it's made to look like it's real, and raw, unfinished, real natural brass. The bottom line is that cheap brass won't hold up. If you accidentally nick this furniture item, a piece of that lacquer or a piece of that coating is gonna fall right off. And it almost is offensive as like a chipped gel nail. You think that gel is like lacquered, it's shellac, it's like hard coating, but it's not. The minute you chip it, I mean, the piece of furniture never looks right again. So definitely stay away from cheap and coated brass. The next item on my list is faux marble. Now, faux marble is exactly what it sounds like. It is screen printed marble on another material. It could be a wood coated lacquer table, like a coffee table, a side table. It could also be something as common as a faux marble paper box, a faux marble like little jewelry box. Screen printed marble totally has that Monet effect. I mean, it looks amazing from far away. It can almost pass off as a real thing, but upon closer inspection, it's like a total mess, right? It always looks like a graphic digital print and can never pass off as a real thing. Real marble has depth, it has soul, it has spirit. You'll remember from my kitchen countertops video that I love marble. I mean, I absolutely love marble in the kitchen, even though for a workhorse type of kitchen, just be prepared that you'll have those spills. Anything that sits on the countertop that has a color to it can potentially stain it if it's not properly sealed. But to me, that's what I love about real stone and natural marble. It's all about showing signs of life in the spirit of the things that you select for your home. So I actually don't mind, you know, the stains or the water rings or any of that happens in natural marble. I think it kind of just tells your life story. You know, a real family lives here. So for me, real authentic marble can never ever be substituted. Speaking of faux, let's talk about faux fireplaces. So faux fireplaces to me simply just means an electric fireplace. It has like fake flames. It gives you that kind of cozy ambiance without being the real thing. I mean, why would you install an electric fireplace? Number one, you might not have a gas line. Number two, you might not have a chimney, but you just want that, you know, cozy romantic feeling. I have another solution for you. Instead of a fake electric fireplace that you kind of just plug into the wall, think of installing an ethanol-fueled fireplace. They sell these fireplaces retail and online, and instead of a wood-burning fireplace that needs a chimney, you're basically burning ethanol fuel. So bioethanol is a clean burning fuel, and it actually is very ideal for interior fires. So when it burns, it doesn't produce any dangerous fumes, it's just water and carbon dioxide. The fire that you get from it almost looks like an enlarged version of those sterno cans that you burn for like hot pot, but basically it's a whole series of it, so it gives you real fire. If you don't have a chimney, a flute, or a gas line, try an ethanol inserted fireplace instead. Okay, we're kind of going on like a faux flow right now. So the next home decor item that I would never buy again for myself or my clients, and I have actually waxed poetic about this on many episodes, is faux florals. Faux florals, faux greenery. I mean, they kind of all fall into that fake, artificial flower and tree branch bracket. I have purchased so many silk orchids for my clients before. I kind of look back at some of my portfolio images and I almost like cringe. For starters, they weren't that expensive. I was trying to curate, a mix of tabletop decor really fast. I probably did like a last minute home goods run and I pulled all these orchids or some like faux greenery and I kind of pulled it together and styled a beautiful vignette on a table. But in the end, it's still faux, it's still fake, it's still artificial, it's not the real thing. I don't care how much you spend on it. But there are some exceptions. There's a variety of faux greenery out there that not only looks like the real thing, when you mix it in with real plants, real greenery, sometimes you can't even really tell. For example, like behind me, okay, I actually have some faux greenery on my bookshelf now, but the reason that I mix it in with real plants is that number one, I don't get any light in that corner of the bookshelf at all, and number two, it always makes the vignette look super green and super fresh and completely balanced out. So is there a time that you could use faux greenery? Absolutely. But do I recommend it to make your home look fresh and bright? No, probably not. I would hope that you want to dabble in the real thing. If you still have some reservations, definitely check out my previous video, how to style your home with indoor plants. I give you all my tips and tricks on how to source indoor plants and how to style them in your home. Moving on to area rugs. In the moment, I thought that these bold and graphic trendy area rugs were like it for this space. Instantly you pop a bold and colorful area rug into a really minimal space and it gives you that like boom, wow factor. However, looking back at it, I think the patterns were so graphic and they were so on trend for the moment that they actually look very dated. So instead of these bold, colorful, and graphic area rugs, try a very soft neutral to help ground the space. You can add in bold colors through your artwork and your furniture, but a quality area rug is definitely an investment that you should think about making, especially in soft tonal hues and colors. They instantly become classic and timeless looks that elevate any area in your home. I'm not someone who naturally subscribes to a lot of trends. You won't see a lot of trend reports on this channel. I don't really like to talk to you guys about, things that I think that are in, that are out, that are trendy, that are not. The great thing about trends is that they come and go, but the bad thing about trends is that they come and go. Really, trends are there so that you can experiment. There was a time when bold, jewel tone furniture was just really hot and trendy. This is an image from my Casa Hacienda project. This is the custom home that I designed in Hacienda Heights. And while you can see that there is this really beautiful kind of garnet velvet that's lining these interior niches, at the time, the clients had young children and they kind of wanted to block the fireplace while still making it a very functional and usable space with seating. I found this really beautiful, deep and dark turquoise, almost like a really dark teal daybed. And I thought it would be perfect to flank in front of the fireplace because, all these jewel tones would bounce off each other. But of course, with cheap, bold jewel tone furniture, you're also looking at cheap fabric that goes with it. Instead of the bright, deep jewel tone velvets, try earth tone, natural, neutral hues. Furniture manufacturers always purchase fabric in bulk items. Jewel tone, bold tone, super colorful. It's not that hot on the market, so they won't buy a whole ton of it, and they won't buy it in a really high quality premium grade. What they will purchase in a premium grade are the colors that people keep purchasing over and over and over, which are naturally neutrals. You can easily source and afford beautiful high-end poly velvet, pure velvet furniture on the market today in natural and earth-toned hues. Another trendy home decor item I would never purchase again is unlined curtain panels. Now, why is this trendy? Well, they make it in bulk. So you can head out to your neighborhood home decor store and it's ready for you. Home Goods, Target, TJ Maxx, Bed Bath & Beyond, Walmart. Any of those home decor stores that kind of sell these ready-made panels that they're unlined. Now, why would I never buy them again? They look cheap. There's a little bit of puckering. It's never flat and you can always see the stitching. If you're in the market for ready-made panels, what you need to look for instead is those heavily lined ones. Lined drapery panels typically have a hidden seam, so they look a little bit more high-end than the unlined ones. That doesn't mean that you cannot buy unlined ready-made panels. IKEA has a whole lot of them that I think are really fabulous, and I'll link some below. Let's talk about art. Art is one of those home decor items that to me is so personal. I say that to all of my clients at the beginning of the design process. I need you to help me figure out what your art style is, what your home decor style is, and it usually starts by picking out a piece that you absolutely love. I have a variety of clients. Some clients know exactly what they love, they know what their palette is, they know what their style and aesthetic is. And then I also have other clients on the flip side who have never selected a piece of art before. Those clients usually just have me kind of run out and buy anything to help finish a space, and therein lies the problem. I'm sourcing very personalized artwork in a hurry, on the go, and really just to finish a space in the specified color palette of the room. What I get is cookie cutter art. Stay away from the glitter art that was really hot and trendy. Z Gallery is like a hotbed of glitter art. Stay away from printed birds and animals, anything with feathers. Definitely word art. Word art to me is very personal. A lot of people love, having this really beautiful inspirational quote in like a fabulous font on their walls, especially in an office space. They kind of look up from their desktop and they're met with, these really beautiful words. It could be scriptures. But to me, all this type of cookie cutter art could be replaced with something a little bit more meaningful, something more sentimental, something a little bit more curated, handmade, and abstract. I love some of these art pieces from minted.com. And Etsy.com. Where they work with global artists from around the world to develop these handmade art pieces. Another trendy home decor item I would never buy again is mass-produced trendy macrame wall art. I mean, I'm actually staring at one right now, right in my entryway. And the reason I bought it was because, number one, I needed something to cover my home alarm. Like, I didn't want to see the alarm box right when you walk in. So I had this wall hanging. I can kind of just slide it to the side and it swings right back. But anyways, it's from Nate Berkus's line at Target. And when I saw it, I just thought, oh my gosh, I loved it. I love the colors. It feels so bohemian. But you know, a couple months down the line, I look at this piece of art like it was just something that wasn't sentimental. So I don't have that tie with it. You know, the colors look great, the texture looks great, but it doesn't have any sentimental value. So to me, I could easily donate it and replace it with something that means a little bit more. I found these really amazing artists on Etsy that do kind of the same thing, but it's macrame art, crocheted art, woven wall art. They can also customize the texture and the pattern and the colorways so that you can customize this piece that speaks more to you and your style versus something that is mass produced. Once upon a time, Zen Buddha art was all the rage. I mean, you didn't have to be Buddhist in order to appreciate this type of artwork. You remember those like large scale Buddha faces, you know, Buddha statues. At one point, I was styling my uncle's home and, you know, he wanted Buddhas everywhere. And sure enough, you know, we collated and shopped for all these Buddhas and we kind of had them strewn all throughout the house. And it ended up looking more like a temple than a home. If you really love Zen Buddha art or a very particular style, my advice would be to source and curate one statement piece. Let that be your wow factor. Let that be the piece that all the other ones kind of supplement, but don't duplicate that style or that sentiment. I think we've all been there. You know, we have one huge wall to fill in a room and we already have, you know, an art wall. We already have a gallery wall. You already have your statement piece. What are you going to fill this space up with? This trendy home decor item, I felt at the time, just really fit the bill. It was three-dimensional. It was textured. It is this folding divider panel screen. For starters, it was expensive. This piece retails for over $1,200, and of course, you know, with my trade discount, I offered it straight to my client, and it ended up still costing us like a pretty penny. I want to say it was like $300-400. The reason I would never buy this again is that I feel like it's so impersonal, you know? It kind of looks like a page out of your favorite catalog. I mean, it probably was a page out of my favorite catalog, but at that time, I felt like it made such a beautiful vignette. It kind of filled the space. It gave me the storage I needed. It gave me like display options. We were able to display some greenery, some frames, but it still felt really impersonal. This divider was styled for a guest bedroom, so clearly it didn't need to be too personal. Nobody lives there, nobody sleeps there. It was predominantly for guests. We really kind of just wanted a showpiece type of bedroom. To me, I feel like there's so many better options out there that will give you the storage, the style, and the functionality you need to fill up a big blank space. And let's not talk about all those poison arrows that are kind of jutting right at you, if you guys remember from my Feng Shui Taboos video. So when in doubt, try not to source a folding divider panel, especially for the bedroom. And lastly, the trendy home decor items I would never purchase again is glass vessels in multiples. Really, we're just talking about any type of multiple vessel decor centerpiece that you style and fill up an entire table. It just looks cluttered, it looks busy, there's too much going on. It fights with the chandelier or the light fixture above it. Opt for something really streamlined, sculptural, and organic instead. It could be a single vessel with cut branches, a single sculptural vase that can sit on its own, or a textured organic piece that just begs to be touched. So I hope you can see a common theme emerge from this video. The trendy home decor items that I would never buy again are usually the cookie cutter pieces that have no meaning, there's no sentiment. I didn't take a whole lot of time to source it. I really kind of just ran out to the store and looked for something to stage your home, or to stage a guest bedroom, or to fill up a blank wall. A lot of the times the vignettes end up looking very impersonal. Like, you can't really tell who lives there, you don't know what their story is, you can't tell the vibe and the aesthetic, and there's really no meaning behind it. Of course, judging from this video, you can tell that a lot of these trendy home decor items I didn't pay a whole lot for. So it's not something that I would regret, like a big ticket item of furniture or a really fabulous light fixture. The thing with home decor items is that just like every other piece in your home, they really should be collected over time. If you don't want to spend a whole lot, but you're still looking for on-trend items, I would absolutely recommend sourcing these pieces at thrift stores, flea markets, secondhand furniture stores, secondhand online shops. I'll link a few of my favorite below for home decor items that you could source. I want to end this video by sharing that a lot of the pieces that have longevity in my home, the ones that survive every home move, and the ones that I really cherish are the ones that I took time to source. They might not be the most expensive piece, they might not be flashy brand new pieces, but the pieces that I poured my heart and soul into collecting and curating are the ones that stay for good. I hope you all enjoyed this casual, chatty type of video. The goal of my channel is to really help you make design, remodeling, renovation decisions to really help add value to your home. But every now and again, I think it might be fun to kind of throw in some styling pieces in the mix just to help you get going in the right direction. Learn from my mistakes, repeat my mistakes, really have fun with it. If you like this type of content and you want to see more videos just like this, give this video a thumbs up. Comment below and let me know if you'd be interested in this type of series, maybe dissecting, all of the regrets and the mistakes and the past purchases I made for my clients and myself that I would never make again. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week.